You can't expect anybody to do anything that you want them to do and direct them unless you give them the direction.
BusinessJournalDaily.com 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
The following is an excerpt from the Brain Gain Youngstown Leadership Series. The new podcast features conversations with local leaders who are focused on building a culture of entrepreneurship and promoting workforce development.
I'm sure you've probably given so much trust that you may have gotten burned over time. Has that ever happened, or have you had any leadership mistakes in that scenario?
Well, you've just hit on the leadership mistakes. The leadership mistakes is, not doing a deep enough dive. Sometimes when you see something that doesn't sit right with you, and you say, well, this person's been around a while. I've seen them work through other things, and really not maybe asking that question and seeing that they really are struggling. And, so almost that old adage, giving them enough rope to unfortunately hang themselves with. So, the leadership mistakes I've made, it always comes back to me. And I remember when I was a relatively young guy, I was managing these two guys right out of college. We were in another city doing a program. And I called back to our program manager and I said, I can't get these damn kids to do anything. Everything they do is wrong. They're doing everything we talk, everything I thought that they were supposed to be doing, they're not doing. And he said, Rod, did you start the morning off with a game plan? Did you bring them together? And I'm like, well, no, I just assumed that we were all here to do a job and they're going to do it. And he says, no. You can't expect anybody to do anything that you want them to do and direct them unless you give them the direction. And it struck me. That's when I quit being a kind of a player and started being a coach. So, now we do a lot of either formal staff or informal noodling about just to make sure, not that people here at Penn-Northwest or on my staff when I was in elected office are doing what I want them to do. It's what is the consensus we're going to build in those either short or long meetings so we can go down that path together. So my management mistake was not communicating enough directly and transparently when I saw there was a problem, and the problem just exploded back on me.
Right.
But I'm always willing to point the finger at myself too and just take it. And I think that's just having dealt with some heartbreaking losses, wrestling for a national championship at the Division III level and losing twice. It's kind of like, I've taken those losses. So kind of as much as I hate doing it, admitting when you're wrong and just taking one for the team, I think that helps build that trust.
Absolutely.
And that's not to say I'm a martyr and I'm going to, fall on every sword for everybody, but there's that. Sometimes you just got to take it. But I think you also got to be the first one in a setting to say, hey, wait a minute, it didn't go the way I hoped it would go, primarily because I didn't do a good enough job preparing people for whatever we were trying to pull off, whether that's a membership meeting or a board meeting or whatever.
The interview you just watched is an excerpt from the Brain Gain Youngstown Leadership Series. The new podcast features conversations with local leaders who are focused on building a culture of entrepreneurship and promoting workforce development. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell for notifications. And also make sure to connect with us on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. For all of your business news, visit BusinessJournalDaily.com. For all of your arts and entertainment news, go to AfterHoursYoungstown.com.
BusinessJournalDaily.com 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
I like a bank that's a pillar in my community.
I like a bank so cutting edge, they have a lab branch.
We are so alike.
Well, we do both bank at Farmers National Bank.
Farmers.
Stand strong.